Digital products are very common in the internet. You see them almost everywhere. You see them on Facebook, on TikTok, and almost everywhere else. But digital products are not a big thing on native ads yet. And in this video, we will dive into digital products to sell them profitable with the power of native ads. Hi everyone, my name is Marcel Sattler. I'm the founder of Purple Black, a native advertising only agency. What we're doing on a daily basis is we run profitable performance marketing campaigns on native advertising traffic sources like Taboola, Outbrain, Yahoo Gemini, and many more. Native ads are ads that are not looking like ads. If you're not familiar with native ads, check out my other videos or in general my YouTube channel here, because I have a lot of videos just about nothing but native. But back to the main topic. Other things like e-com, lead gen, they are very common in native ads. So there are a lot of e-com offers, dropshipping offers, D2C offers, and a bunch more. Also lead gen in every option you can just think about. They are already since many years live on native ads. But when we talk about digital products, about info products, they are not very common on native ads because they're usually very common for other kind of ads, for YouTube ads, for for Facebook ads, for Instagram ads, these kind of like social ads more. However, they're also a good fit for native, but usually the majority of those people don't have native ads in their mind, because when you start, Facebook is usually a very good starting point to test things out, to get things running. Then Facebook is still one of the best traffic sources out there. But if it's come to a point when you have to scale things up, when you want to scale your business up, when you don't want to spend 5K but 50K per day into advertising spend, then you should take a deeper look on native advertising traffic sources like Taboola and Outbrain. And to be honest, I don't know why not more people are selling their info products through native ads. There are some restrictions, and I don't mean restrictions due to some policies, because the policies on native ads or on the traffic sources like Taboola and Outbrain, they're not as strong or not as hardcore as you might be familiar with them on Facebook or so. No, they're usually very easy to fulfill. However, there are some other restrictions. On native ads, you don't have any targeting options, so your product has to have a very broad approach. So if it's a very niche product, a product which is just fitting for a small amount of people, then native ads is definitely not the right fit. But on the other hand side, when it's a very broad approach, when you can reach a lot of people, then native ads could be a fantastic way to scale your business up. And how it looks in detail, we will check out on my screen. Before we dig into it, let's clarify first what I understand as a digital product that's working on native. So when we talk about digital products in general, we have a bunch of things in mind, all of us. And important is to understand that you need a bit higher average cart value. So what makes sense, what doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense is an ebook which costs, let's say, $5. This definitely does not make sense. So please avoid something like that. There is no point to sell something because you have to pay the traffic, you have to pay the clicks, you need good conversion rates, you have to test. So this will not be profitable, especially when you start. It might be profitable when you have a big brand and you know exactly what you're doing. In the beginning, I definitely would not recommend this. But what I understand is a digital product that could work on native, or that's working on native already. These are, for example, courses. Courses are working fantastically, or also like not just courses, but also trainings with live calls. So these courses, I mean by that like video courses, stuff like that, and with trainings, they're usually including some courses, but also some live calls, support via WhatsApp, via Discord, whatever. This is the thing what's usually working pretty awesome. I know there are a bunch of other digital products like ebooks or whatever, but in general, these are the things that are working best. All right, so in general, you might be familiar that there are some big, let's say, over niches in digital marketing, and they're very important to understand. It's nothing new. It's like this is a theory which exists since I don't know how many decades out there. These are the big niches like money, like what's important for people, the three big needs for people: money, health, and I think the other one is relationship. And relationship. And here inside these big over topics, there are hundreds of small sub niches and even those sub niches inside. Because the main idea in digital marketing in general, or in online marketing in general, is to narrow it down, niche it down. That's the general tenor we all have heard in a lot of YouTube videos and so in the past couple of years. And yeah, that's right in general. It makes sense, especially when you begin. You should start with a very niche down approach to approach the right people and avoid the wrong people in your funnel. However, in native ads, it's also important to niche it down, but not too much. Don't over exaggerate it here. So what I mean by that is, instead of when you start with Facebook, for example, with Facebook ads, you honestly try to, or with YouTube ads, you usually niche it down very hard, like niche, and that's your final niche. That's usually okay, but that doesn't make sense in native to have niches. So in native, it's fair enough if you have like the sub niche or the sub niche. Important always to understand is there is no real targeting option. At least no interest-based targeting option, which you might be familiar with from Facebook, Google, and co. So what I mean by that is you can target stuff like in what country the people are living. You can target stuff like what devices they're using, which browsers they're using, or what browsers they're using. This kind of stuff you can target, but you're unable to target interests, like people who, you know, the interests from Facebook may be way better than me. I'm not a Facebook marketer, but you know what I mean. So you're unable to target here the interests, and therefore you have to ensure that when people see you, because your ad will be visible for it depends on the budget, of course. Let's say for thousands of people per day, you will have a couple of thousands impressions, and when you have 5 or let's say 10 people, so these are our impressions, okay? And let's say we have 10 impressions, then it would be fantastic if of those 10 impressions, at least 2 people say, hey, that's super relevant for me. This topic is extremely relevant for me. That's the absolute bare minimum. So when you have way more, because you have a way too small niche for native, then it's not a very good fit. So the rule of thumb is the more people they're interested in this kind of product, or in this case, in this kind of digital product, the better. And afterwards, you have to narrow it down. Of course, you have to make sub niches, etc. But also when you have one big topic, like let's say health, you have one health product, which is the central base of everything. But out of that, you can create with native ads, and you should do that, by the way. It's nothing which is just optional. That's definitely mandatory. You should create out of this main niche some approaches, which is, let me just draw it here, which can be, for example, lose weight for moms, or it can be don't get fat anymore after you lose weight. Something like this, you know. So you can, it's more or less always the same product, you know, it's nothing crazy. It's always, when you talk about health and fitness, we always talk about usually the diet and some fitness in general, like some general fitness. So it's nothing completely crazy, but you have to approach these people differently, or stay fit and focused for entrepreneurs, for busy entrepreneurs. So it's more or less always the same product. I think you have the idea, but we have different approaches here, because it's usually not a good fit to in topics like this here, to just say, hey, with this product you will lose weight. That's not enough, because people get scammed already in the past couple of years way too much with kind of these approaches. So you definitely have to approach the dedicated person very precisely. Something like, lose weight for moms, don't get fat anymore, no yo-yo effect, stuff like that. But in general, you always have the core product, and you just try different approaches to see what's working best here on native. And everything is aligned with that. So you have ads for that. When this is your approach, you have ads, you have advertorials. If you don't know what's an advertorial, check out my other videos where I'm talking in detail about advertorials. This is more or less just a landing page which looks like an editorial. And then, of course, you have the offer page. So here the whole funnel is optimized for this approach. And the funnel here looks different than the funnel here, for example. So these are different funnels, just to clarify here the situation. And yeah, in general, the good news for you is if you are in that niche, or if you are selling digital products, online courses, etc., then native ads might be a good fit for you. But important to understand is what can do, or what's useful to do with native ads and what's not useful to do with native ads. So the don'ts are definitely don't try to test products. Like if you want to test a new crazy fancy idea, go for Facebook. Native ads, it's not much too niche. Native ads is definitely not a good fit. So the niche part I already explained here. Native ads are definitely not a good fit if you just want to start. Native ads are more a good fit when you already, sorry, that was triggering me. Native ads are just a good fit when you are in the scaling process. So when you're already good in business, you know exactly that the course is working, you know that your course or that your online whatever thing is bringing results, is driving results to your clients, then it makes sense to scale it up, to sell more of it, because a digital product is easy. You know it better than me. So it's scalable, almost unlimited if there is no service part behind of it, like a WhatsApp group or something like that. But however, also with that, it's easy scalable, and it's way easier scalable than an e-commerce product also, because you don't have a warehouse, which is expensive. You don't have shipping costs. You just ship it with a click of a button. Those are definitely for scaling, not for start. And those are definitely trying different approaches. This is this we spoke already about here with the different approaches. And last but not least, I would definitely recommend you to get help. Native ads are way more complicated than YouTube ads, than Facebook ads, than Instagram ads, than whatever ads you might be familiar with. Because on native ads, you don't just have to understand very good how marketing is working, but you also have to understand all the technical parts behind of it. And I don't say it because I have an agency for native ads. No, I say that to help you and to avoid that you spend money on native ads and say afterwards it's not working, but maybe it's your product could be a good fit for native. You just have to make it right. So get help of somebody who is familiar with native ads, who did something like that already multiple times successfully, that you know when you give it in the hands of this guy, for example, and it's working, then it's working. But don't try to figure out here if the guy really can deliver results or not, or don't try it by yourself, because there are almost zero resources out there for native ads. My YouTube channel here is one of the largest YouTube channels for native ads in the world. You can find with free resources. However, there's very small videos, or in general just very small informations out there about native ads, especially how to learn it and how to make it in practice. So get sure that you will get here professional help to ensure that your start with native ads with traffic sources like Taboola and Outbrain is successfully. I hope you liked that video. If so, I would extremely appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, and of course when you subscribe to my channel and activate the bell to receive updates when I upload a new video here on YouTube about native ads. Have a good one. See you next time.